Hello everybody and welcome back to another Brood War ladder cast. We've got a bit of a series here, which is kind of a problem for me. My throat has been feeling a little off past couple of days, so hopefully we can get through this. It's Snow versus Sharp, and there's quite a few games here, so I'll do my best. Bear with me, guys. We're here on Litmus to start things off, and I think we're going to be doing Pro League on Saturday. Tomorrow is KCM, so I'll put out the KCM tomorrow night. It'll be Friday night here in Japan, and then I'll be doing Pro League in the morning if you guys want to check it out. I've had a few of you guys ask me about the VODs. The VODs are all on Patreon for people who support for $5 or more per month. And I'm just doing that because I don't want to have a whole bunch of those VODs on my channel, just in case anything happens with the copyright. We've had problems with that in the past before for various things, but we're just being extra cautious. And hopefully that answers some of your guys' questions. Now, Snow, gonna be sending some zealots straight across the map here. He's gonna start with some early pressure. He was able to kind of harass the SCV there and slow things down a bit. But Sharp in general just has very good timings. Oh boy. Not the greatest control here to start things off though, and he may lose this SCV. That was a really good move. He could have taken a couple of swipes at the SCV there, but turned immediately after the first hit. Look at how quickly he bounces back and forth, but that's a very nice pull. Switching out the SCV. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I apologize. I'll try to cut out the part where I almost die. I did try to hit the mute button there, but I think I missed. Something going on with me. Yesterday, I went really hard on... I don't know if you guys know the machine at the gym, or if your gym has this machine. The one where you use your arms and your legs. And it's got like a big fan. You like kind of twisting the fan. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Oh, the first vulture goes down. And 2 marines as well. This is pretty good for Snow. There's going to have to be a bunker forced out for sure. I think after all that damage, because there's a second Dragoon coming. It doesn't have a lot of time here before that arrives, so needs to think about throwing down this bunker. I don't know if Sharp's actually going to survive this, man. Like, a lot of Marines are going to end up dying here. Yeah, this is a little bit scary. At least he's going to have a tank here in a minute. But all the Marines are gone. Just 1 Marine on the high ground. Was this a second factory? Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know if this has very much chance of doing well. I think we might see Sharp just die here. He's already lost so many Marines, and I think this is just kind of a fallback. Like, he knows how bad of a spot he's in. So he's going to try this 2 factory, but I doubt it's going to end up working. He can even hit the SCV there. That's pretty frustrating. Trying to target down the Dragoon with low HP there in the back line, but not able to get it. There, he will get it now. Second tank pops out. Trying to come up this ramp right now. Second Dragoon does die. Ah, not able to pull the tank out, though. If he saves that tank, he might have had a good opportunity to counter push, but with only 1 tank now, it's pretty rough. He's actually thinking about taking CC, maybe? No, like, that doesn't really make sense. Not with the 2 factory. He's got to go for the kill right now. Double gateway on the way. It's exactly what you want. As that robo finishes up, he's going to get an observatory out. And 3 Dragoons are going to be on the way at the same time here pretty soon. Trying to dive on top of this tank. Needs quite a few hits here to actually kill that. Looks like he might get it. Oh, the mines come down at the perfect chance. The Marine gets a kill on one of these Dragoons. That's actually quite nice. We pull this SCV back. Start repairing the tank, because that tank is going to go down in just 1 hit. If one of those Dragoons manages to close. Oh, the mine connection though. Wait a second. With that mine connection, there's actually a bit of a hope here. Down to just 31. Oh, kind of missed that. Down to just 31 probes. This is a little bit wacky, guys. A little bit wacky, especially with the gateway down here on the low ground. That Dragoon's going to pop out. He actually needs a mine right next to the gateway there. And actually, he's getting mines on top of these gateways up in the main base. Is Sharp actually going to win this game? The 2 factory, I didn't have any faith that it could break Snow in this situation, but he's actually done a fantastic job with it. However, did he overextend? Did he overextend going all the way up here into the main base? He's dropped another mine. There is an observer out now, though. Vultures are getting as many kills as they can. The probe count is rapidly dropping. He could take a CC behind this and maybe just play it out. Gonna target down a few more probes here. Gonna get trapped in the corner. One more. Not quite able to get it. Another vulture slips in, though. 2 more vultures, in fact, gonna slip in here. Throw down some more mines. Going after the probes again. Down to just 20. 20 probes is pretty rough. 18 is even crazier, though. And more vultures are rallying across. I don't know if he can even stabilize. Like, I feel like he should be able to. But he can't get anything on the ramp to actually block. Send 1 Dragoon over there to block the ramp. Please, no, can't keep letting these go in. Another probe goes down. Every probe kill is so vital at this moment. Siege mode on the way. I just heard a mine there, but it looks like it was cleared. And so he will be able to stabilize. Wow, wacky first game here for sure. Really wacky. But Sharp really showing off his aggressive style of Terran. Doing a very good job pushing the issue there. Like that tank that survived on 1 hit, 17 HP. That was a clutch moment there. Really changed this game for Sharp. Doesn't give him the win, but it's given him such a good position. It's going to be hard to lose from this spot. A little bit too far away from this tank with this tank, so a little bit rough, but he's getting mines in the rally point. I love this right now from Sharp. Scared to move forward right now because he might dive. He just wants to repair the bunker. Wait for a couple more tanks to pop out. I think it's a really reasonable option here as he goes for the counterattack. Just has to keep that bunker alive. Keep enough SCVs there repairing and get another tank down here to siege up a little bit closer. Oh my god, this tank! Oh no, Sharp. Sharp, no. There's no way he messed that up. There's no way he messed it up that badly. He actually had this kind of in the bag. Getting that extra probe damage. This is almost double the workers. But if he loses this bunker right now, and the Dragoons push in and kill the tank, like, this could be really scary. Tank going for the high ground this time. That's a little bit better. A little bit safer here. Still forced out a lot of lost mining time and repair. Armory finally on the way now. Turrets being set up in the main. There's really no follow-up of a Reaver just yet, but there it is on the way. Tech is coming here for Snow. He's still so far behind, though. This would be a miracle comeback. Being down more than 20 probes at one point. Now just a little bit less than that. Still a very tough spot. Sharp is going to have an excellent 2-base timing, I imagine. Probably just going to go right up to 6, maybe 7 factories. And on this map, you can actually afford a lot of tanks. You can go just for that 1-1 build. And immediately go into a lot of factories, get an extra add-on, like triple tank production. With 7 factories. 4 producing vultures, 3 producing tanks. It's really tough to stop, for sure. He's got Goliaths on the way. Charon boosters is coming. And yeah, this will be very hard to stop. Let's see what Snow can do with the Reaver, because you can never count him out with the Reaver in play. Just, Terran players have gotten so much better at dealing with Snow's Reaver. They really have leveled up in their defensive capabilities overall. So we'll see if he's able to get in here at all. Sharp should be able to just completely knock this out. Not allow it to deal any damage. Running forward here, killing off a tank. That's a little bit rough. Excuse me again. Here comes that Reaver into the main. What can it do here? Finds a little corner there. Can kind of hide out. Still, the turret lives and tanks come and respond in time, so can't quite get in there. Citadel on the way. Third base is done. Probe transfer. Just 48 workers. Oh, Sacrificial Dragon. How many factories in total? 6 factories here. Not the full commit to the all-in, but pretty darn close. You can see a lot of gases available. Just has the 2 add-ons for now. Flight back into the main base. Let's see what he can get done over here. Second time he's gone for this. No tanks over in this spot. Army just coming straight across the map. Very Flash-esque way to deal with this. Letting the rallies handle the Reaver back at home. And the army just going straight across the map. I can't believe he's getting Reaver damage right now. That's a funny upgrade to be getting at a time like this. Getting within range of the natural. And starting to siege up. This Reaver's going to get so many kills. Oh my gosh. Oh! Thought he was going to get that huge rally of drones. Excuse me, not drones. SCVs. Like this whole line of SCVs could be sacrificial. Could end up going down. Goliaths make their way into the main. There he is. Picks that off. Finally getting rid of that. More SCVs fall. They could still, he's still got a reasonable count of SCVs. And there's only the third base right now for Snow. So it's not like he's spread out everywhere with a ton of gateways. Like he's only got 5 gateways here to try and resupply. He's contained in the natural. There's going to be mines there. There's going to be tanks there. Pushing up to the third base now. And Sharp is kind of back to full production again. Here with 35 SCVs. He can definitely afford to produce off of everything. And he's closing out this game. I don't think there's a comeback from here. It was kind of close. Like there was maybe some hope for Snow with that Reaver play. He was getting close to actually killing like a ridiculous number of SCVs. Wasn't quite there, but it was almost good enough. This Reaver doing some damage as well, but very good pulling back of the tanks, and GG is called. There it is, guys. Sharp wins game number 1 with the 2 factory play into the 6 factory follow-up. Kind of a chaotic first game. Hardly got any preamble out there, but we're going to jump into game number 2. I'm going to take a moment here to clear my throat. We'll get that going. All right, I took a minute here, guys, and tried to clear myself out, but apologies if I continue to cough. I was talking about before the machine that I was using in the gym. I was using that machine where you pull with your arms and you also pedal with your feet. And I was doing sprints on that with 10-second sprints with 20 seconds rest. I've been doing that for a while, but yesterday, for some reason, I really had a hard time recovering afterwards. I was breathing super hard for a long time and having a bit of asthma. And that's been something that's been coming back recently. If you guys have been following the channel, I talked about going to the hospital and stuff, finding out that my asthma is back. But that thing is a killer, man. That thing is a real killer. I think it's definitely good for cardio, that's for sure. But yeah, it's not easy. And it really took it out of me, and I feel like maybe I'm getting a little sick or something. I'm not sure. But hopefully it'll all be recovered for tomorrow for KCM and everything. Either way, I'll have Shun to kind of help me out. To bounce back and forth so I can, you know, cough off mic while he talks It's always nice. Always good to have a good duo caster. Even though I do enjoy doing these solo casts, excuse me, on my channel for you guys just about every single day. Having a duo, it is nice. And you guys have been enjoying it, so that's the best. We're having fun. You guys are having fun. You guys are enjoying it. Everybody's happy. And so that's just all gravy. That's good. We got Snow coming in here with the Zealot. Once again, going to put on that pressure. This time, I don't think he'll be as successful. There's already 3 Marines here. You really don't want to have a repeat of what we saw last game here on Dominator, because if the Protoss gets control of the top of this ramp with a couple Zealots and, you know, Dragoon or 2, it is a nightmare. Absolutely need to push out with some strength right now, and in fact, he will get out here. Gonna throw down that CC. Push the Dragoon and Zealot back off this high ground, most likely. He's trying his best to get shots onto this Vulture, and doing a pretty reasonable job of it so far, but here's the SCV with the repair. Going around now, not gonna be allowed to happen. I wanna let the Protoss retake this high ground. Oh, a bit of a mistake there. Gonna lose shields. Now cannot really try and take a fight here. Snow will just need to kind of hang back, and a bunker can be foregone by Sharp. It's just everything's been softened up a little bit too much. I don't think he's going to be able to get up here. Tank's going to be out in a moment. He actually starts mines first, so maybe you'll make more vultures. Actually pushing northward. You want to be careful about this, because you don't want to allow the Protoss to take over this high ground. If they get the control of the high ground with the Dragoons, Miss Shot is going to help out a lot. Oh, there's the bunker. He did, in fact, make a bunker here in the end. And will slip the Vulture out and around. This is nice. Is he going to run by here? I thought with the Zealot coming forward, he might try to bait the attacks from the bunker onto the Zealot while the Dragoons run by, but not going to be advisable when there's SCVs here to potentially block. Snow instead just going to take the Protoss attacks. Dealing the damage here. Forcing the SCVs off the line. Oh, good timing there. Throwing down the pylon just as this Vulture tries to slip by. This is some great body blocking. Oh my goodness. That was sick. That was a straight up bait from Snow. I'm very impressed. Like, he had the Dragoon over to the side like, oh, I'm out of position. Yeah, you could try to run by, and Sharp comes in. Probe's already prepared for the block, and then the Dragoon moves into body block. So well played there. Gets the Vulture for 0 damage. Taken by Snow. That's fantastic. You'll love to see it. Now Sharp. Gonna have to hold this Reaver without any Vulture control out on the map. Like, he has no pressure out on the map. So he's going to actually, pull the Marines out here, try to push everything back so that he can make some space, because he needs to get Vultures out on the map here. He can't just be sitting in his natural the whole time. Gonna dive on this tank with the Dragoons, focusing down Vultures one at a time. Forcing this tank back over and over again. A lot of Vultures have been lost. He did manage to place a lot of mines in the front of the natural, but that was a lot of kills for these two Dragoons. Look at that, 4 kills and 5 kills. And no Vultures on the map still. Still. Nothing out here to try and scout a third base. He doesn't know if there's a Reaver coming or not. He's just kind of blind, right? What does he see right now? Basically nothing. He knows that there's nothing at his front door, but that's about it. If there was like a DT attack coming, you'd be relatively safe, but he just doesn't know what's happening. So he will be getting this armory, setting up a bit of a turret ring. Not a full turret ring here. It's a bit early for that. Can't really afford to do that at this moment, but he is going to be ready for the defense here in the main base. Make sure that he doesn't take critical damage from this Reaver, which is now on the way. Third base over at the mineral only is interesting. Thought for sure he would take center left, but it's just going to take that first. That's quite a bit harder to hold. But taking it this early, maybe that's good. He can eke out a lot of the minerals from this area. And then maybe he can't take that later, right? Maybe he won't be able to mine that later on. So just getting what he can out of it early. Ooh, not able to get the shot off there with the Reaver. Looks like he'll get one hit now. Full damage on that tank, which is not bad. Looks like the SCVs will not take damage from that. Bit of a dud there. Academy taking some damage, losing an SCV. It's a bit annoying, but this is minimal damage when it comes to Snow's Reaver. Wow, I think that duds. Nope. Just under 4 seconds there, it seems like. Reaver takes a lot of punishment, though. And this will have to back away. Shuttle gonna head back home. Probably just pick up a second Reaver. Come back to the front and look to delay. Time to play the delay game here as the fourth base goes up for Snow. Bunch of factories get set up now. 5 factory from Sharp, indicating that he wants to take a base, most likely. If we saw 6 factories, then it would really be leaning on a push. 4 factories, and he's getting quite greedy in today's meta. Would be a little bit tough to try to come out here against Snow's Reaver and actually take a base with only 4 factories. He might just overwhelm you. And if you go for something like 7 factories, then it's pretty much all in. You just need to kill, basically, or at least deal a huge amount of damage. Reaver here in the main, doing some work. Possibly going to kill some supply depots. Oh, didn't have another scarab done there. So wasn't able to get that supply depot kill. And now that vultures are here in the main laying down mines, it'll be a little bit safer. 5 factories. No command center started just yet. But of course, 4th base is now on the way. We're getting very close to the 11-minute mark, which is kind of the cutoff point to when you can start a 3rd base here as Terran. Not sure if he's actually going to go for that or not. Oh! Very good shot there. Thought that was going to get a little bit more damage, but these scarabs are going to start to really hurt. Scarab damage just finished. That upgrade is done, adding that extra 25 damage. Tank's slowly spreading down here. Looks like he wants to take this base to the south. Although here we are past 11 minutes. Still no CC started. And as of yet, has not added on any more factories. Drop into the main base. Supply depot's under threat right now. Could end up getting a really big supply block right now. Vulture here doing a bit of a counter stab. Looks like that's going to be killed. Only 1 kill. Reaver doing some damage. But tanks are now sieged up. Looks like 4 supply depots go down. That's pretty annoying. Hard to find space on this map as well to actually replenish those. Where is he going to rebuild supply depots right now? The supply depot kills are actually, honestly, very painful. Very, very painful. If Snow had gone immediately over to here and slowed down the CC as well, his position would have been magnificent. But he's going to rotate around the safe way, all the way around the outside. Make sure that these get back home. He knows he's done a lot of damage. Basically what he's done is the CC was late, so kind of Sharp had to push. But because so many supply depots were just killed, he can't reinforce. So the push is going to fail. If he can't reinforce the push, it's going to fail. Ooh, that was rough. Huge, huge mine connection there. Triple kill. Triple kill on those Dragoons. That's fantastic. Giving Sharp a little bit of a way back into this game, potentially. We're 13 minutes in, and he has not saturated the mineral only yet. Third base still not saturated. A fifth base is coming up for Snow. I gotta say, this is looking very good for Snow at the moment. It's not over by any means, but definitely Snow is feeling good. He is still going to continue with some harassment. That's a lot of turrets, though. 4 turrets here in the main with mines. Gonna be really hard to get past this. Plus 3 tanks. He left 3 tanks back here in the main, too. That's kind of crazy, actually. Not the full commitment with both shuttles. So definitely that is good for Snow here, but sending in the 1 shuttle and getting completely shut down. I think these need to be pulled actually out of the main base at this moment. 3 tanks still in that main is a bit of an overcommitment. Let's see if he brings everything together now and goes on a bit of a counterattack. He's got the factory count now to maybe make that happen. Look at how much gas is banking up. And he will finally add that 3rd machine shop to start utilizing some of that gas. Finishing up that 1-1 now. It's time to push. Because there's not a great late games. There's not really great late game scaling here for Sharp. He actually needs to get moving here shortly. 1-1 is about to finish for Snow, and he's taking more bases up in the top center, top left. That's not a good sign either. Really, Sharp needs to make a move pretty soon, or Snow will have, 8 gateways up here to just have that second rally point, make it very hard for any sort of a play from Sharp to be effective. Up to 174 supply, just 10 supply behind his opponent, but really only 5 supply in army count. We just saw Storm finish up, so Storm is available. It's going to have to be an extremely careful push from Sharp. I've seen him on this map really go the way of light and try to push the center. We'll see if he wants to do that right now. I think if he tries to just take this base, I think he's going to get absolutely wiped out. I really do feel like a push is necessary, but we'll see. We'll see what he wants to do here. He's pulling all the tanks to the north. Still has a good supply of units down here. Still a very good supply of vultures over at this location. He sees the location of the shuttles, realizes he has a good opportunity to push north. With the shuttles down on the bottom side of the map, he can move quite quickly here without fear of Reavers really damaging his army. And so he takes a part of the center. Just about to max out here. Another CC on the way. Here comes the army moving in now. There are some High Templar. He does manage to pick that one off, though, and dodges the storm. Really a lackluster storm there from Snow, who's coming in from the north, but with pure Dragoon versus pure tank, you're not going to do too well. My gosh, what a bloodbath. So much supply just went down that suddenly Sharp is in a supply advantage and pushing forward towards this high ground, towards the natural. That's become his target here in this game, but he's got to be careful not to get too stacked up. That's going to be a great storm there on the high ground. However, tanks are ripping apart these Dragoons, and the storms are not going to clear this. That's for sure. He's actually dead even on supply, and rallies are coming forward here. Can he get the chokehold over the natural? There are locations where he can still rally out of, though. Over there in the top left, he's going to be able to get some forces here to try and flank this army if he does manage to get control of the natural. Sharp is still going to have to deal with that as a factor. Still, the CC is going to finish up here soon. Looks like he'll be taking this one over here. And just kind of backing off. He's not going to overcommit. I say that, but then immediately he heads back towards the natural. Let's see if he tries to overtake this natural now. Tanks here sieging up once again. Very good storm there, getting some more tank kills. Not able to pick up that High Templar in time, but getting a lot of value out of these High Templar. So many Reavers being made here. And a Vulture raiding party hitting 6 o'clock. Not a lot of probes here to kill. But he's going to get rid of these 2 cannons. And possibly take out the CC. We'll see if that ends up happening. Probably there'll just be a couple of Reavers sent down there to deal with that here in a moment. Sharp has pulled back fully and is prepping to get this pair of bases online. This base over in the top right and this base down in the bottom right. SCVs here are just fighting against Zealots. Zealots are getting so many kills actually at this base. Really needs to send some forces over here. Sharp just losing so many workers. A little bit rough. Looks like he will get things together now. I don't know how he can defend this base over here, though. This base looks kind of dead, honestly. I think he's gonna have a really hard time with that. Maybe Snow doesn't know about it. Yeah, looks like he doesn't. Potentially, he has no idea. So maybe Sharp can get away with this for a few moments and get some forces over there to potentially defend that. Let's zoom out a little bit here. If he's managing to hold down this area, then just a few tanks over here will hold these bridges. Not sure if he wants to spread through this way. Could do that as well. There's a lot of space that needs to be covered here by Sharp if he wants to hold on to all these bases. He's being pretty mobile with his army so far. And look at that. +2 just started, guys. +2 just started here at the 20-minute mark. It's going to be a while before those upgrades start to kick in, whereas 2-2 is done, and 3-3 is on the way here for Snow. That army is going to be super tanky. Difficult to kill. Dragoons and Zealots are going to be trading out a lot better than they usually would. At least for the time being, but that time is going to disappear eventually. Eventually, he will get up to that 3-3. We'll just see if he manages to survive that long. Tanks looks like they'll be taken out. Starting to get this supply depot wall on the high ground. Not a lot of forces over here to defend. Most of everything is over in the top side of the map, and this army's going to get right in here. Ooh, supply depot wall not that good right now. And so I guess with this amount of tanks and mines, he can hold the base for now. I really feel like this base was never scouted. I don't think that Snow knows about that. Otherwise, he would have sent like a High Templar shuttle or Reaver shuttle over to that location. Just quickly rid that area of value. Getting rid of those SCVs. Looks like he's just going to scout it now, actually, with that observer. Army pushing forward here. He sees it with the observer. See, he just flies the observer straight in. So he had no idea about that base. Had no idea that that base had been taken. And he's given Sharp a bit of an opportunity now. Like, if he keeps Sharp down on just 2 bases, it's a lot easier to control than if Sharp starts to grow like this and get these extra bases online. And now Sharp going to push over towards that top left, excuse me. More storms coming out here. Very spread tanks for the moment. Still waiting on that +2. That +2 is going to be a big break point where the tanks are going to start to fight a lot better. Very stacked tanks for the moment. Got to start spreading those out a little bit better. Army going to just run up this ramp here, running it down. on the bottom lane and actually getting on top of some of these tanks, getting rid of a lot of those tanks there. The reinforcements make their way through. Looks like he will hold in that location. But meanwhile, Reaver's doing some work. Getting some damage here and there. Goliath's going to jump on top of this shuttle. Can he actually get it? No. Not targeting the shuttle initially means that that will not end up going down. The base in the top left under threat now. Sharp has an archipelago of tanks here in the middle of the map, dotting this center on Dominator. Not a great spread here with this siege up. Very late siege up there is going to cost him. 4 tanks will end up going down. The trade of just a few units and a few storms. Snow completely maxed out. He's going to be looking for flanks on this army and to try and weather it down over time. Surprised to see +2 armor on the way rather than +3 attack. Doesn't even have a second armory. He does, but he has not started that upgrade yet. Sharp in a bit of disarray. Missing out on that upgrade could really cost him here. He actually does start it right now as this action is taking place on screen. He starts that upgrade, but is he going to lose the fight? Looking like he's going to lose the position at the very least, if not the battle here for top right. The space is kind of open at the moment, and in fact, he's going to have to retreat to this high ground, try to hold from there. Some vultures coming in, harassing this base, setting up some mines. Snow. Oh, is he going to lose Reavers up here? Looks like he will. Pretty good split. Pretty good split there. Will actually save most of those tanks. Only one ends up going down. EMP on the way. +3 is coming along. Only 250 APM from Snow right now. Maybe not taking this game as seriously since he was getting pretty far ahead earlier, but he allowed that base in top right to go unscouted, and so he's finding himself in a weaker and weaker position as more and more of the map gets gobbled up by Sharp. Sharp, if he can hold this base and potentially take this base down here, he can weather this out in a long game, no problem. Even with only this one. He'll be up at, what's this, 5-6 bases? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. 6 base Terran is pretty difficult to beat, man, especially once you get to 3-3. They're going to start to trade very, very well. Storms from the high ground are nasty. Getting a lot of these Goliaths right now, but Sharp still hanging in there. Holding this position. Those tanks have been stormed to death. 134 supply. Is Sharp almost out of this game? He actually needs to rally to try and save this location. He does save the CC at least. No signs of a transition here from Snow at all as we go into the latest stages of PvT. He's going to remain on this composition. Lots of shuttles, storms, and lots of Reavers as well. Just keep this fight going. Another little push over here towards the bottom center. Getting on top of these tanks right now is pretty huge. Getting rid of quite a few of them before reinforcements can arrive. Tanks going to siege up on the low ground. Might lose the science vessel. These science vessels are actually really important in this late game stage. Oh, the mine's doing so much damage. He gets the vessel. That vessel kill so annoying. A lot of these SCVs go down, but you know what? That's not as much as I thought. Okay, there's a few more. Down to 59 total SCVs. Even, dead even to the probe count, which is pretty okay, actually. Pretty reasonable for Sharp. He's hanging in there. Even though he's down in supply. We're not mining on as many bases. He's still got, I guess, 2 bases mining. That's enough. That's enough to keep him in this game. Tanks pushing forward. Going to be clearing out these cannons, not allowing further bases from Snow is important. Keeping him trapped on just these few remaining bases in the top left. Going to be the key to victory. Slowly working his way onto a 6th base. Will be that win condition. There we go. More and more storms coming down. Oh, some of these tanks were already low. And so the storm is actually cleaning them up very nicely. Oh my goodness, so much storm there. Absolutely ruining this tank count. 130 supply left. All the High Templars will die. So trading out all those units. But you know what? He's got so many gas geysers at this moment. You can replace High Templars endlessly. Basically endlessly. 1,800 minerals in the bank. Snow keeping it at max supply. Continuing to rally forward. Sharp just hanging in there, just holding on by his fingertips. Staying alive for the time being, but he is running low on some of these bases. Some more big kills there. Look at how low these mineral patches are. Just 300 minerals there. Definitely a bit scary for Sharp, who's actually going to take this base. This is the big moment. Can he hold the 6th base? Can he hold top right? Because if he does, he has a reasonable chance of just denying this base and slowly eking Snow out of this game. Big storms could be coming down here. That's a great set of storms. Getting a lot of damage. Triple tank kill up here at the 6th base. And with the follow-up, he may be able to break. More Dragoons running forward. Another tank comes to reinforce, but it's not going to be enough with this many Zealots coming up. He will have to abandon this base again, so not able to get this online. SCVs are going to go down in huge numbers now. So many SCVs were sent to this base over here at the top right because this is running out. He needs another base online so badly, and Snow is just going to deny it. Perhaps for the last time. I think that Sharp may just die now. He doesn't have the defense here to stay alive. If only he had spread those tanks on the high ground up at this base a bit better, he might have been able to hold on to against that attack. Just get a few more rallies over there to defend that base, but he just barely is not able to get it done. Snow wins game number 2. A very nice back and forth here for the second game of our set. All right, so my computer crashed, but I'm back now. We're here with our next game, and look at this. Oh my god, what? Snow gonna be making gateways in the natural here on Screaming Sea. This is crazy. Yes, I actually have not seen this done. But it makes so much sense. It's so common to see greedy openers on this map. And this is about the most punishing Protoss opener that you could possibly go for. And look at this. No gas just yet. 12 gas. He's checking inside his own main. Look at that. Sharp making sure that there's no gateways, at least in his main base. He's going to come out here and see a single gateway at the natural. So not the double gate, not the most pressure. But it's a little bit too late now for him to immediately pull SCVs and try to kill this. The Zealot would end up coming out. So instead, going to throw down a second barracks. A very nice response. Wow. That was really quick, actually. He just gunned that down. My goodness. Probe there, just fighting the SCV, chasing it non-stop, and he gets the kill already. That's a very good start here for Snow, who's got this pressure coming in as the first Marine is popping out. What is it doing? Oh my goodness, the Marine get the... Oh my gosh. The Marine was supposed to go in between here, but it ended up taking 2 punches from the Zealot already. This could be a really bad situation here for Sharp, but the gas steal. The gas steal is diabolical right now. Oh my gosh, he's gonna lose both of these Marines. You know what? Okay, I guess not. This Marine is in the perfect spot. It can't be hit on either side. It does get one SCV. First SCV down. Can't get back between. Oh my gosh, he loses a Marine. This Marine not even firing. He's just standing there like a deer in the headlights as the Zealot walks forward and just kills him. Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. And that Marine, I mean, he had an idea of what he wanted to do, but just wasn't able to move. And there we go, another Marine getting stuck. Not quite able to do it. This is a frustrating game for Sharp, and it may end up being a frustrating loss because he is getting enough Marines out, but he's taking so long to do it, and he's taking so much damage right now that the powerful follow-up from Snow is going to be devastating. The Dragoon is on the way out now, and look at this, a secondary play from Snow is crazy. Looks like this Dragoon, he should actually try to trap that. Yeah, he's got the trap on it. He'll definitely have that trap. Here comes the Dragoon about to pop out. Here we go. Goes after the gateway. That's a little bit interesting. Dragoon should be able to run away from here. Yeah, he shouldn't have killed the gateway, I feel. If he doesn't kill the gateway there and just traps with the SCV, then he should be able to kill the Dragoon as well. But here he's not going to be able to kill that. The gas is in here scouting everything. And what's this? Robo over on his side of the map. Dragoon here just kiting away. And I think we're going to see a Reaver. The proxy Reaver follow-up is crazy. This is a nasty play from Snow. Dirt nasty. We got the Joe Dirt Protoss over here. He's going to be throwing down that robotics now. I mean, there's quite a lot of Marines, but the push is not really possible. And this Reaver's going to be coming in so quick. Look at the timing on that. Robotic support bay built so fast. And so the shuttle's going to pop out. He's going to start this Reaver. And man, oh man, is it going to be hard to hold this. We're not going to have turrets. He is not even going to be done his first factory. His first factory will just start. And the Reaver's going to fly in. This is so painful. This is so gross. Oh my gosh. Snow sitting here at a very low probe count. If there was some way for Sharp to survive this, maybe he would have a chance, but there's just no way. There's no way. And look at this, he's gonna float out. Oh my gosh, he sees it. He sees the gateway. He starts at eBay immediately, double gate, and is he gonna see the Reaver? He'll see it, the Robo. But the Reaver is already in the base. The Reaver is already in the base, guys. It's gonna go to the front. Start to hit this bunker. Start to open up the front door. And GG is called. Damn, that was a filthy, dirty Protoss cheese that we just saw. I don't think we've seen many games like this on Screaming Sea. It's nice to get one before this map goes by the wayside, before it gets shuffled off into the corner and retired. And we get our new maps out. Guys, we got another game here. Let's jump right in. Litmus for our next map. Sharp over here in the top right. Snow in the bottom right. Two of my favorite players of all time. Love these guys so much. And this has been a great series so far. Really nice to see these two at the top of their game. Doing well in the ASL. Giving us some great games in places like KCM Pro League, ASL, SCSL. So many good tournaments going on. So much good StarCraft content to watch. Hope you guys are having a good time. Hope you're having a blast. as a StarCraft fan in 2025. As we finish out this year, we round out the year, guys, almost into 2026. I'm gonna have to start making best of 2025 as I do annually. Make a best of video. You guys have enjoyed those over the years. That was just a random idea that I had one year to start putting best games into a folder. I haven't actually added to that for a while. Maybe I've been missing out on some games. If there's been a game outside of the ASL, games that I've casted that you guys really thought were worthy of a spot, let me know. Let me know. And I will look into adding those to the best of 2025. I just maybe haven't been thinking of it too much lately. Usually I start off the year strong, adding a lot of games, and then the folder gets really big. I think the folder's actually huge this season, by the way. I think it's kind of ridiculous. Here, we'll follow this Marine while I take a look and let you guys know what is it at right now. It's at 55 gigabytes. 55 gigabytes is a lot. It's a lot of videos. How many is this? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 29 games. 29 games in my best of 2025 folder. I'm going to have to go through a lot of them and probably kick out about half and just kind of narrow it down. So maybe it's a gift that I haven't put any in there for a while. Maybe it's actually a good thing. Always looking for some more great games, though. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below whenever you see a game you think that's worthy of that title. Just put a comment down there. Let me know. Because sometimes I just don't think about it, right? I just don't think about it. I'm like, that was a great game, and then move on to the next thing. And just forget to add it to the folder. It happens. And it will continue to happen here and there. Absent-minded as I am. Double factory. Okay. He's just gonna go for it. All right, he's kind of been pushing back the dragons and zealots. Hasn't allowed Snow to really see that there's no nexus here. I wonder if Snow is suspicious. If he was, 2 more gateways would have started, I think. Robo, of course, is nice, but you need 2 more gateways. You need 2 more gateways to hold this. 2 more gates. And Dragoon range. I think he's actually skipping range, guys. Yeah, he's skipping range. Snow is in a lot of trouble here. We may just see a quick win. We might see a quick win here for Sharp, who took a bit of a beating there in that last game. Got messed up on Screaming Sea, but now Snow is getting a little greedy and trying to sneak out this super fast Robo without adding on those critical upgrades. Or that critical upgrade range not going to be here. And here comes the army. As soon as he sees the number of vultures and tank. Oh, that mine connection was a little bit painful. But still, got to come forward. Try to lay down some more mines right now. Get right in the face here. Oh, gosh, these mines. Mines are brutal. But tanks coming in, and the rally of vultures, probably he wins this. I mean, man, it couldn't have gotten much worse with the mine connections. He's really hurting right now. Still, so hard to dive on these tanks with no range. There goes another. Oh my gosh. Wait. Wait. Tank. Full surround. Oh my gosh, he almost gets both tanks. He almost got both tanks there, but I think he's done it. I think he has indeed done it there. With the additional vultures rallying and these vultures in the main base getting that damage. Too much has happened here. Snow's just not going to be able to bring this one back. Yeah, these vultures. Yeah, he can surround with probes, but the amount of pressure is too much to bear. And there it is. GG, guys. Snow taps out in our final game. Sharp wins this last one. And that's going to be the end of our series. Hope you guys enjoyed this short series. 4 games today. I think that's enough. I've been doing kind of shorter series recently. Still, my voice is kind of hurting. I don't know what's going on with me. Might also be that I just turned on the humidifier for the first time this year, too. That might be it. That might be part of it. I did clean it out thoroughly, but maybe I need to do a better job. I'll look into it. Hopefully, I'll be good for KCM tomorrow. I'll be able to bring you guys another great cast. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everybody who supports on Patreon. And I'll see you guys in the next video.